Afternoon for me, but I'm doing this video because I was supposed to do, just giving you a list of tools and whatnot, but neighbors kept me up all night like they normally do, and I had the video made, and then when I went to go do it, it said, oh, the file's corrupted or something like that. I think I've had that happen like once, but yeah, anyway, no big deal. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna talk all the tools I personally use and would recommend, but this is supposed to help out. Excuse me, I'm barely getting my voice back, so I apologize. So what I'm gonna do is talk the tools that I recommend and what I would recommend for the person just starting out. And then like the next video will be in a couple of days, let it build up. And then we're gonna get to like the advanced thing on part 3. Because I don't think I'm gonna go on the 4th one, because eventually what I want to do is help you guys get to where you're working on your own stuff, you're confident, and then have the choice by the 3rd video of what is it? If you want to make money off of it, because it might look easy. It's because we've been in techs, all that. We've been doing it so long. Yeah, it's do it with your eyes closed. But be able to work from a 6-string. Oh, let me do it. Work from a 6-string, and then get to an 8-string. Because a lot of people see these like, oh, I bet these are really hard. Well, what makes these a little difficult? It's the 2 truss rods. And you got to make sure, oh, is this one turned over too much? That's the headache, but that's for another day. So what I'm going to show you next is, because I don't have the guitar on the mat, I have all the tools. So here we go. We're going to start out. So you can see a lot of stuff up here. And that's fine. I mean, a lot of the beginning stuff, you're not going to use the majority of this. So what we're going to do, okay. This right here, obviously, you're not going to use right off the bat. So if you're using, let's say, a Floyd Rose or a floating bridge, these are essential. You can go online and find it. It's basically, all it does is keep it stable. So let me go out, show you. Let me grab my Jackson. So let's say you're working on a trem. I'm sure you guys have seen me use this before, but you put it right underneath there. Let me bend the trem real quick. So, this is hard to do when you're holding it. So when you're bending the trem up, sorry. Let me put this right here. So you bend the trem up, and it sticks like that. Very helpful when you're working on Floyd/floating bridges, because when you're doing that and you just let them go. Some people use a pencil and stuff like that. I'm not going to jack up my paint jobs or anything like that, when all I did was I went on eBay and I spent $3 on it. And because if you go on the actual website, that's almost $30. So, I mean, really, I'm not going to spend that much money on a trem block thing to do the strings when it's $3 on eBay. Next thing that's highly important for doing setups and stuff like that, and I've always told people to go onto this, do I mostly now songs? What do you mean? All right, like I was saying, so this is really important when you're doing neck adjustments and all that. I know songs, yeah, but I don't play covers or nothing like that. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So when you're doing neck setups, you want to have a notched ruler or a notched straight edge, because if you see here, the most common one, let me get a better light. Let me get a better light for this. 25.5, oh, sorry about that. 25 and a half is where your 24, usually your 24 fret. This would be like your Jacksons. ESP is more of 24 and 3/4. So, I mean, I don't use any of the scales that do that, but this one right here works really well for like when you're doing the 8 strings and stuff, because you got to, instead of doing it off the 2nd fret, you have to do it off the 3rd fret. And this thing has helped me out so much, because yeah, you can eyeball the neck all you want, but there's always that, oh, I should have loosened it or tightened it to a certain amount. So this is well worth the money. I don't know what they're up to now, but it's I think this one I got this. I got in a deal. Oh, that's what it was. I got that I got that. That piece right here, that's really great for your action. A fret rocker and a fret file. I got all that for 20 bucks. But that was a couple years ago. Now, the other thing that goes with the notched ruler or straight edge is their action ruler. And, you know, I'm one of the guys that has to have the lowest action as possible. So mine goes from 0.25 to 1.5. I did my 7 string, 1.75. My 8 string, 2. So that's as low as I go. Wow, 24 people. Good Lord. So I think they have all this ruling stuff on the back. Like this to me, I was like, I don't need all that crap. But this was really helpful, especially when you get this. Like, I don't know how I was teching without all this stuff. Because, I mean, I am precise. Especially when you're doing the 8 string and you have to have the capo on this. And you're going down, down, down. And you really want to make sure. Because with this, people don't, oh shit, sorry. People don't understand. They always try to go off the 12th fret. But when you have 24 frets, you have to go off the 14th. So, yeah, and you have to have the capo on no matter what. So, and that goes with this. So, for doing a neck adjustment, you're going to need that. Well, obviously that, because you got to use your strings. So, and if you have a Floyd, you need that. And then truss rod, you need that. And then for your tiny screws, you need that. So that right there is your neck adjustment. So that right there that's a lot. But I mean your stuff pretty much comes with Allen heads and all that. Now tightening up your tuning pegs and all that, 10 millimeter, just so you can see. This is pretty universal, it goes on all of them. You just put it up here. I mean, I've already tightened these, but that's pretty much it. I mean, this is an Agile from Korea, so. Yep. And I dropped my pick. And now here, this is something I recommend to all techs, an iFixit kit. Because, oh yeah, I keep a lot of my Allen wrenches in here too. Because these are a lifesaver. I mean, I don't pretty much use any of the stuff up here. I mean, hey, you never know. If they have all the right screws that I need, especially for when I'm doing tunematics. Boom. But I think this at the time, I got this in it was 2020 or 2021 I got this. This has been a lifesaver. Like all the tools I have now, they basically paid for themselves 5-6 times over. Yeah, this thing though, man, I love it. It's got pretty nice weight to it. I mean, you got the top that spins, so you don't have to sit there and go, you know, you're not ratcheting it. This is my favorite type of the Allen wrench that has the ball in the end, so you can actually put it in like that and tune it this way, so you're not rubbing up on your strings and whatnot. Oh yeah, you definitely need this stuff. If you can find it for cheap, because I know they're going for like $8 or whatever now. And then, if your guitar is dirty and all that, for the love of God, clean the fretboard, because that's what's choking out a lot of your stuff, because it's not resonating and sustaining. Yeah, if you have a Floyd and all that stuff, what you want to do to get more sustain out of your guitar, you're going to, I know this is not a tool, but I'm just kind of sidetracking for a minute. You want brass inside your guitar. It just resonates. Oh, hold on. You can't get that with zinc, silver, or anything like that. All my trims have brass in it. It's still resonating. I mean, yeah, if you go through Music Lily, they're probably the most reliable, and they're most cost effective too. It's not like $80 like how some people are. But this is good fret polish. But yeah, seriously, Dunlop makes the best. And yeah, it's lemon oil and whatnot, but it's not like some people go to Home Depot and Lowe's, and they just buy the regular lemon oil, and then they just dump it all on the fretboard. Don't do that. A little goes a long way. Some people just drown it in lemon oil. And yeah, I can't stand it. It drives me nuts. There you go. There you go. I got it there. What's your favorite music? Oh, and just something. Anyone that buys like Jackson, Japanese, Ibanez, even like Gibson Les Pauls actually have special tuning. Have special truss rod tools and all that. This is for a Japanese Jackson. I wasn't going to get rid of it, but this was like $10. I know Les Pauls are a different size. I think they're 5 something. I know 5/64. I have to look it up. But hey, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, it's what is it? It's 3:40 in the morning here in Arizona. But yeah, I'm sorry, I digress. Yeah, this is really helpful. I mean, I like these because you can actually still get in there and go like that. You're not effing up the strings too much, but I don't like the fact that it costs so much. But I need to buy, I really need to buy all the company style of that. So when someone brings it over, I'm like, oh, I gotta buy that tool. Some people really like these. I just got them because they were inside my the bundle. It's for the frets and your action and whatnot. But you know, the card that I showed in the beginning, right here, this is your best. This is seriously your best bet. Because this, a capo, patience, and then you go back after you've done this, and then hit the neck again with your notched ruler, and that is how you get perfect intonation. Something else too. I'm going to test out. I don't know if it's going to work well, but the seal tape, because I have on my Jackson Red Dinky, I put the front load, you know, the fast load in, pull out, what is it, the arm bar, it just is wiggly, so it doesn't really do much except wiggle, and if I turn it one way, it'll tighten up. So I got this tape basically to thread it and see if that works for it. So I'll get back to you guys and let you know how that works. And body stuff, if like this doesn't work very well on matte finishes, because the matte finishes I'd rather just have wear off my hands at and stuff like that. But you have a really nice finish and stuff. These Dunlop still makes the best. I got to get a packet of them. But you won't realize how dirty your fretboard gets. It's just every time you change the strings, dirty, 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 dirty. Even new guitars, I'll clean them with this stuff and it comes out gunky as hell. And this was the first time I tried Frin, whatever the hell it's called. And wow, I buffed up all my frets. They all look brand new. It looked like I installed new frets. And this was at the time $12.99. So look at that. So you guys can at least read what it does. It's a really good piece of material. I'll pull it out because they have, because I'm sure you guys have seen the of course I dropped it. Ugh. So this is the fret covers. I thought those were really nice. And then this, always dropping crap. And this is the compound. This stuff's awesome. I'm gonna have to do a video where I'm actually buffing the frets and all that. I thought I had someone coming over yesterday because they were like, "Hey, do you do this, this, and this?" And I said, "Yeah. What time do you want to do it?" Never called me back. That's the one thing that sucks about running a business from home and getting set up, and then no one comes over. But I'm trying to think what else I got here that I could show you guys. Oh, definitely need a pair of wire cutters, especially when you're done stringing the guitar, because you don't want to look like corn with all that crap going every way. Because I did that once to see how bad it would work. I've had them hit strings and all that. Oh, and definitely get a mat and a neck rest, because laying them on pillows and stuff, customers don't like seeing that. They're like, "What the hell is this?" And always get like this kind of, what is this, 1600? Man, no, 1500, because when you start doing fret work like this, because this, where is it? This is the one that works on the electric guitars. So when you start doing it, you're going to need about, like I said, you're going to need the 1500 just to smooth it out so all the scratches aren't digging into the strings. And then, yeah, I think after I do this, the last part, then I go and I hit it with, give me 1 second, I'll go grab the tool. Because I actually got a hell of a deal on this one too. So this right here, I got on eBay. It has like 500 pieces that came with it. $9. And I've already cleaned 9 or 10 guitars with this. And that's how bad it was. That was from a new guitar. Actually, yeah, that was from my Warrior. Wait, is these from the Warrior or the 8-string? I forget. But that's how dirty they get. But you definitely hear a difference once the frets are cleaned out. Bing! Makes you all deaf. But yeah, that's basically just to start out. Like, I would recommend just starting out, honestly, to recap. And always have a book, notepad, so you can write down what you did, how long it took you, because then you have a log that you're going back and seeing what you did. I mean, it might seem like overkill and stuff like that, but that's how I've done things, is I make sure, and I go over professional on things, because one, you're not just working on your guitar. When you start working on other people's guitars or basses, you need to do 200% more careful than you would on your own, because it's their baby and all that. I mean, because do you really want to pay? Let's say it's a $1,000 guitar. Do you have the money to replace that? No, probably not. But yeah, you just gotta make sure you're taking your time and all that. And maybe the next video I'll give you guys a tip on how to really adjust and work with this, because there's a trick with this, and I found out what the trick was. And this, I just got lazy. I got tired of using the tuning pegs, and this one, you just woo, it's like a party. Woo. But yeah, you just write your stuff in here. It helps you keep logged, and then you can go, oh wow, I actually beat my time. Oh, I beat it there, and I did really good, because then you're fast and efficient. That's the great part. And if you guys haven't subbed yet or anything, please, by all means, please sub, like, and all that, because it helps the algorithm and gets me out there. I mean, I don't understand how I've lost hours of watching when my stuff's already shot up. But the next one I'm going to include this bad boy into it, and then we're going to compare this one to the Jackson, and how we can see if the weather's actually badly adjusted this, because the weather's been kind of funky out here, so humidity will mess with the guitar. Not as bad, but weather messes with the neck big time. And if you leave them in cases and stuff, that's not a bad idea, but why? You want to get it adjusted the best you can. I mean, this thing, I have it, well, I told you guys how I keep it, so let's see if I can get a nice shot of it so you can see how low we got. Oh, I think I accidentally hit the mute button. My apologies. So what I was saying is, the Guitar Center charges about $120 just to bring in your guitar. They charge $40 to string it. I was baffled. I was like, who does that? They must be hurting for money really, really bad. And that's when I said, dude, I'll just charge $50. That's nothing. That's easy. And then you can just hang out here, play on my guitars and my Eddie Van Halen amps and all that. I got a massive setup. See, like, yeah, you come over, look at, you got all this to play on. There's my one rack, 6, 7, 8 string. And then this one, 2 6s, a 7, and an 8. So it takes me on average 30 to 40 minutes depending on how bad the guitar is. But you know, you think, wow, that's all it was, and they didn't have to. Yeah, I didn't have to keep it for a week or anything like that. Yeah. But that I've had some people ask me, can I ship it to you? No, 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 no. I don't have the money to ship it back. So if you're in Arizona, live in the Maricopa, Pinal County area, $50. Well, right now I'm running a special till the end of March. 2 guitars, 90 bucks. Oh no, 2 guitars, $80. 3 guitars, 110. Trying to think what else I said, but yeah, that's the kind of the thing right now. I'm giving bulk prices and all that because I know some people have more than one and they want to get them all done. So, and I'm good at it. So, it's pretty cool. But before I end this, definitely, if you guys haven't subbed, commented, subscribed, and all that, please by all means do. It helps out the algorithm. If you could think of a different kind of video topic you would like me to talk about as well too, and not just this, by all means let me know. Don't be afraid to ask. It's just with these kind of videos and stuff like that, I like I said before, I have to charge at least $2 or $3 because technically I'm teaching or showing you guys how to do something. I can't take food out of my mouth. It's nothing personal, it's just business. But all right, everyone, you take care. Enjoy your President's Day weekend, and I will see you probably later on today/tomorrow. Take it easy.